Hello Internet, this is round 7, the last round of Swiss of the Glasgow regional tournament, so give yourselves a pat on the back if you watched all of the videos, give yourselves a little sticker on your jumper, you can be proud of that sticker. So thanks for watching these videos guys, this is the last round of Swiss. Like I said in the fourth, I think it was the fourth round game, the combination of Xerneas and Kyogre is one that this team really doesn't like playing, and that is what I have to be paired up with in this last round. So I wasn't really feeling too good about it, but I thought, well, let's just try and play smartly. You know what the matchups are. You can just, you can win the game still. Let's go into it. Let's see what happens. So, again, the round 4 guy led with Kangaskhan and Xerneas. This one has the Meowstic and Xerneas, which is actually a bit of a problem for me. I can't just knock that out with close combat either. Useless Intimidate. I'm still in a decent position actually. He goes for the quick guard. I do go for the fake out, just because just on the off chance that he doesn't go for a quick guard. Like a close combat wouldn't have really done too much damage to either Pokemon. He goes for the Geomancy, as they always do. So here we go. Blue sparkly deer animation. Woo! Sparky Geomancy. I really like Xerneas, actually. As a Pokemon, the design is one of my favourite Pokemon. I really do like Xerneas. But anyway, so he goes for the Geomancy, and I go for the Substitute, which I feel quite nice about, because it means that he can't Thunder Wave me or do anything like that with his Meowstic. I also feel pretty safe, because he's not going to be taking out my, Substitute with a Dazzling Gleam, or a Moonblast would have a hard time doing that as well, I think. And a Substitute is a really good thing to have. Maybe I should have gone for the Brave Bird, but I don't know. I think a Substitute is probably the best play to go for there. It means I can start getting some hit points back with my leftovers as well. So next turn, I'm feeling pretty good about this. I go for a Wide Guard, thinking that, well, he's probably going to go for a Dazzling Gleam, isn't he? He goes for a Safeguard, so there's no chance that my Sacred Fire can burn him now, which is, quite nice, I suppose. But he goes for a Moonblast, so even if I had just gone for a close combat there, then it wouldn't have done anything, wouldn't have done anything. I didn't want to bring my Rayquaza in on a Moonblast, obviously. I've got Lapras in the back. I didn't want to bring that in on a Moonblast or a Dazzling Gleam either, so I was fine to just let Hitmontop go down there. If he did Dazzling Gleam, then fair enough. I would have Wide Guarded, and, I was happy to let Hitmontop go down there. As long as I can just start hitting this Xerneas and start doing some damage to it. Now, my Ho-Oh is supposed to 2-hit KO Xerneas, and this one, it doesn't. And that is a big problem. A really big problem. Look at that. This is a really bulky Xerneas, and that is a big problem for me, because it means I can't just bring in something and protect it and attack the Xerneas or whatever, and it's definitely not an Extreme Speed Rage, although he does have Quick Guard as well on the Meowstic. So that is really bad for me. The bulk of his Xerneas is really bad for me. So, predictable plays. I protect my Rayquaza, because he's maybe fearing an Extreme Speed, obviously so much that he does reveal the Quick Guard here. But I'm feeling okay, because he Moonblasts into my Protect, and I can Brave Bird. Now, if my Ho-Oh had, knocked out his Xerneas in 2 hits, like it was supposed to, then this game would have been so much easier. I'm pretty sure I would have won the game just now, really. If that Xerneas had gone down there, I would have won the game. But, there and then. But, nope, doesn't happen like that. It's, a bit more complicated than that, unfortunately. No priority on Ho-Oh either, which is a shame. So he Quick Guards in front of the Extreme Speed, which is obvious. And I have to bring in my Lapras, really. I don't want to let the Rayquaza go down to a Moonblast, because Rayquaza is a lot more valuable than Lapras is to me here. So, and I know that Lapras can survive one attack as well with the Assault Vest. So I let it take the hit, and I go for the Brave Bird. If he had have gone for a Protect there with Xerneas, then I would have got Lapras in for free, and they'd be he would have had Quick Guard for the Ice Shard, but we would have been in the same position, I suppose. So there was no prediction to be made within protecting or whatever there. So, at least the Xerneas is gone now, but the cost of not being able to knock out the Xerneas in 2 hits is my Lapras now being on like, 20% and being at -1 special attack, which is not good. And I'm expecting he's got Kyogre in the back as well. And, okay, I've got Rayquaza, but I need Rayquaza to sort of take care of this Kangaskhan. And it's got the Meowstic there to, mess me up as well. And Ho-Oh doesn't really do too well against Kyogre, so I'm really not in a good position. Because Lapras has been damaged so much, Lapras is such a big thing on my team for dealing with Kyogre, and I'm not in a good position. Now, obviously he Mega Evolves the Kangaskhan here. And for some reason, I'm really not sure, he shows that he's got Helping Hand here. So we know that this Meowstic doesn't have any attacking moves. And goes for a Fake Out. So we've got a Helping Hand Fake Out onto my Lapras, which knocks it out. I suppose, like, if he was going to knock the Lapras out, then he had to do it in a fancy way. And, like, the Meowstic couldn't do anything to the Ho-Oh at that point as well. So I suppose, I don't know. I mean, he showed the Helping Hand, which maybe he shouldn't have done, but it didn't really make too much difference. And I can just Brave Bird the Kangaskhan here, put it into Extreme Speed range, although I do know that he has got Quick Guard. Like, it actually is a 2-hit KO on his Kangaskhan. Like, not on the Xerneas. No, the Xerneas has to be the bulky one. But, it worked out for him. So, good for him. And I bring in my Rayquaza, the last one. And I'm in a checkmate position here, really. Because if I Extreme Speed the Kangaskhan, then, one, he can Quick Guard on that and do a lot of damage with, like, a return or whatever. Or if I go for a Dragon Ascent, then he can go for a Thunder Wave, really, as well. So, I sort of do the really predictable, sort of safe move, I suppose. And just going for a double protect here, because I want the speed boost. I want to be faster, basically, than the Kangaskhan. But in hindsight, maybe I should have protected the Rayquaza here and just attacked with the Ho-Oh. I should have gone for a Brave Bird here onto the Kangaskhan. He goes for a Quick Guard, which is fair enough. And I protect with my Ho-Oh as well. So I'm playing defensively, but I think that defense sort of put the nail in the coffin for me, really. Presuming that his last Pokemon is the Kyogre. Okay, so he does double edge into the Ho-Oh, which would have taken out my substitute, obviously, but the Kangaskhan would have been gone, and that would have been big. I really should have done that, actually. That was a pretty bad play looking back on it, because now I'm in that checkmate position. He can Quick Guard, or he can Thunder Wave. And there's nothing that I can do about that. Because I've got the speed boost, I don't have to Extreme Speed, I can just Dragon Ascent here. So I do, and I knock out the Kangaskhan. And... oh, actually, no, I don't. I was hoping that he would... yeah, okay, so... rewind, Barry. What I was hoping was he would Quick Guard, expecting the Extreme Speed, and I could target the Meowstic, and I'd be able to one-shot that with a Life Orb Dragon Ascent. That was what I was hoping. This was, in my head, the only way that I could come back into this game. But no, he plays it smartly. He does just Thunder Wave the Rayquaza. And at this point, as long as he plays smartly, he's got the game won. And he double edges into the Ho-Oh. So I was getting the Dragon Ascent onto the Meowstic, hoping that I would knock it out. The Ho-Oh would definitely survive the double edge with a substitute, and I could just knock it out with a Brave Bird from here as well. So... like, again, I'm in a bad position, but, well, yeah, I'm in a bad position. As long as he just plays this smartly, then he's got the game won. There's not really any reason for him not to win this game from here, because my Ho-Oh is not going to, like, my Ho-Oh, there's no way this Ho-Oh, let's just get through this animation, there's no way my Ho-Oh is going to one-shot his Kyogre. His Kyogre does not fear my Ho-Oh at all. It really shouldn't, especially because he knows that he'll be able to outspeed it if he just Thunder Waves my, just Thunder Waves it. So basically, all he has to do this turn is go for an Ice Beam onto the Rayquaza. If I Brave Bird the Kyogre, then, so be it. It probably isn't even a 2-hit KO. So, here's the rain, blah, blah, blah. He goes for a Quick Guard, interestingly. Probably for the Extreme Speed on the Meowstic, maybe. And he goes... oh, I protect the Ho-Oh here as well. And he goes for... I'm just thinking, like, if he messes up by going for a Water Spout here, then I might have a chance to win the game. He goes for this Water Spout. My Ho-Oh protects itself. And, okay, so I'm at -1. My Rayquaza does survive this. And I am going for a Dragon Ascent into the Kyogre here. Now, if you think back to Game 2 of this tournament against Jake, my Rayquaza with the Life Orb one-shotted his Kyogre. it one-shotted the Kyogre. And so I'm thinking, if I Dragon Ascent this Kyogre, I can still win this game. You know, if I knock this Kyogre out. If I'm not, you know, even if I don't knock it out, then if my Ho outspeeds the Kyogre next turn, then I can still win this game. And I get fully paralyzed. So there we go. That's the end of the tournament for me. That's the end of the tournament. I mean, that's it. There's nothing I can do now. He should have just Ice Beamed the Rayquaza there. But, you know, I made the play, protected my Ho-Oh, thinking about, you know, if he did mess up and went for the Water Spout. You know, there's nothing that I can do here. There's really nothing that I can do. All he has to do is just Water Spout and he's won the game. And that's exactly what happens. So, like, I'm sort of like, I'm sounding like I did at the end of the last video. Now I'm like, this is Grumpy Barry time. Grumpy Grump. So, like, I hope my opponent won't be too offended when I say that he didn't play that very well at the end. He gave me a chance to win there, and the full paralysis took it away from me. Again, like, we went through in the last video how, like, the full paralysis contributed towards me losing that game, and another full paralysis in this game took any chance I had away of me winning this game, because losing this game puts me at 3-4 in the tournament. And that means I get no championship points. If I'd won this game, if I had won any other game, if I was just 4-3, I would have been the highest 4-3 on resistance. And I would have had some championship points. But, you know, those two critical hits in round 3, you know, the full paralysis the game before, and me playing bad the game before. You know, my bad play against a Smurgle in round 4 as well. And this full paralysis here taking any chance away of me winning the game as well. I was so upset, really. I couldn't believe that I'd driven 5 hours to Scotland, to Glasgow, for this tournament, and this is what happens. So maybe now you can understand my ranting in the Glasgow Aftermath video that I put on a few days after this tournament, and how demoralised I was. So, yeah, I was upset after this tournament. I hope you can see why I was upset. Not a pretty tournament. Like, I'm hoping that you've enjoyed these games. Like, I didn't upload the Wakefield games because they were just bad. I hope you've actually enjoyed these games, because obviously I have actually, you know, uploaded these games. So, you know, I hope it was worth worth my while commentating over them and narrating and giving you my thoughts. And I hope you've gained something from it. Like I said, I think at the beginning of the first video, I did go to a Premier Challenge. Just a weekend ago in Manchester, with lots of really good players, like, you know, Joseph Richardson, who's like the thing in the UK at the moment, and you know, lots of good players, lots of people who've been at Worlds, lots of people who should have been at Worlds, and I got to the final. I came second in that tournament, so at least I have got some championship points now. So, you know, the wheels are in motion. I've got some championship points. And, you know, hopefully the season is only going to go up from here. So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I hope I'm not going to jinx myself by saying fingers crossed, because that's what I said on the stream after my second round game. It all went downhill from there. So, okay. So, enough waffling. I hope you've enjoyed this, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the whole week of regional games. So, thanks a lot for watching this. If you have watched all of them, then, you know, really thank you. Please like, share if you feel it deserves it. But, really, thank you, all of my subscribers. Like, the channel is growing still ever more, so thanks a lot. Goodbye for now. Thank you.